product. Now we have Miracle Clean. It's so effective as a disinfectant and a cleaner. It is going to change the whole landscape in cleaning. It cuts grease and grime like nobody's business, kills 99.9% of germs, it eliminates odors as well. Clean is not clean without Miracle Clean.
Don't miss the world premiere of Joy Mangano's Miracle Clean, only on HSN.
We use goat milk because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm-to-skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
The thing I love most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay.
It allows me to get the things I want now
and make monthly payments
without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom,
A fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding.
and a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now.
Without the stress of having to pay for it all at once.
and no interest.
Beat that layaway.
I grew up always dreaming and wanting to create things. I see something and I see that we can make it better. One day, the light bulb just went off. Nobody has this. They're waiting for me to invent it.
Next thing you know, you're on HSN and the whole world's hearing about it.
It just sold out.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
HSN celebrates the dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who follow their hearts, helping American dreams come true.
Being here today proves anything is possible.
Hey everybody, welcome. This is kind of like HSN Garage. We're outside. I'm with my boy Pete. And Pete and I are gonna, let me tell you what we're gonna do today. When you introduced this product to me a couple of months ago.
Oh yeah.
It's a company called Luster Lab, okay? And they make the most, in my opinion, amazing car wash you will ever see in your life. If you want your car to sparkle, if you want the rain and the water to sheet off it, not drop, you know, they say, oh, I like the drops, sheet off your car, you need to get this stuff. A little bit goes a long way. Right. This is great to clean and wash your car. It's great. It's like built-in wax. You do the wheels. It gets rid of the bugs.
It's gonna be 5-in-1.
It's everything you want.
Get rid of all this. We're not gonna need any of this stuff anymore.
I call it the all-in-one detailing system.
I like it.
And it's all
exactly what
one
it is.
big container. And you know what? Even the container, when it comes in, I love this because it's got a little screw top, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. I pour what I need in. I seal it up. But the proof is in the pudding when you see this work.
Right, 8 to 10 car washes in that 32-ounce little bag of car wash. So I've got some already mixed up in here. All you're gonna do, just like normal, put it in a bucket. You put some water on top of it, mix it up really good, and you'll see it'll foam up really nice. Because the great thing about this car wash, 5-in-1, is that you're not gonna have to do anything different. You're certainly not gonna have to work as hard. Remember, washing, then waxing, then buffing out that wax.
Now I see you're just doing half.
Yeah, I'm just doing half. Because half of the hood of this car was done the old way with wash and wax, and you're gonna see it looks pretty good, but it doesn't look LXR good.
Like to me, this looks clean. Wait till you see the LXR side and the regular side after Pete rinses it off.
Because you mentioned it a moment ago. When I rinse this off, you're gonna see the water's gonna bead up really nice and looks great on that side that was washed and waxed. Now that might be great, but look at this. When we go to our side, water beading up on this side, the side I just did with the XLR. Look at that as it just sheets right off. That's gonna just all roll off.
Kind of lean it up so you can see.
It's gonna dry perfectly.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Now you can see. See how the other one beads? And look at the one that's been done here is completely clear already and sheeted. That is freaking awesome. I don't know how that happens, but look at it.
Well, here's how it happens. And I know we talked about this a little bit last time, Guy, but all cars, and certainly this hood of this car has a clear coat on top of it, right? So you have that clear coat that's made up of acrylic. This is an acrylionic car wash made of the same acrylic material that's in your gel coat. So even a very old car, we're gonna restore that gel coat. So we're gonna fill in any of those divots that have developed over the years with your clear coat. every single time you wash your car with LXR, we are going to improve that clear coat. It gets better and better each and every time you wash your car. Isn't that awesome?
It really is. And again, it's one deal. You don't have to rewash. And watch what happens here again. I'm trying to see if we can get the overhead shot a little bit higher, because we're just missing the top. Thank you, guys. We're going to get that. But you'll watch, and you'll see how one side, there we go. That's what I'm looking at. This, if you see this, we can go both ways. I just wanted you to see. There it's beating, right?
Yeah, right there.
This side is completely already sheeted off. I mean, it's like day and night.
It's unbelievable. And the great thing is, you don't have to do anything more. There's not a lot of work here. There's a lot of work to get that where it's beating, and then you have to worry about drying it. Exactly. If you don't dry it, you're going to get those water spots. Here, we can do it all. You can build up that and restore that clear coat, and then what happens when it rains? When you do this side, you're going to get water spots again.
Water spots.
When it rains, when you've used the
Sheets
LXR,
right off.
You got a free car wash. How about that?
It's like somebody greased the top. It just slides right off.
And it's also going to protect against more dirt, more grime, more bugs.
And that's what we deal with here in Florida. And God forbid you get reclaim water on top, which beads on your car. Then you get 1,000 little spots all over your car because the water has a lot of mineral content and all that nasty stuff.
Oh, yeah.
This allows your car to get really, really super clean. And you won't have to be puddling all this off. It just sheets itself off. It's almost like it makes the finish more slippery.
Well, it's adding to that gel coat. The gel coat is that beautiful shine. So every car has its color. On top of that, we have a clear coat. That clear coat is what makes it shine. If you can improve that clear coat, if you can make it better than it's ever been, or better, make it just like it's new again, you're gonna love it. Guy, I'm gonna take the hose and I'm gonna walk out there because I've got a truck out here and I want to show you how I'm
Pete, really quick, how many car washes can I do with this?
It will be 8 to 10 in that 32 ounces that you got right there.
So that's like, I mean, that's like $2 or3 a car wash. That's nothing.
Well, if you're going to go to a car wash, well, you might pay. There's a new one by my house.
$12 I pay for the economy wash.
I went by Harry's School. It's this great new one. I thought it was going to be awesome. $15.
Yeah, I know, and you got to tip the guy, but that's you got to do that.
So here, you're just going to put it in a bucket. I'm just forcing a little water in there, and you'll see it's going to foam up really nice. The only thing you want to do is mix it up. You're going to put about 4 ounces in there, again, for about, your average car size. Look at that, just like your regular car wash, but then it's not gonna perform like that regular car wash. I'll show you as I go over here. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be able to do the car. I can do the car surface. I can do the wheels. I'm gonna be able to do the glass, the headlights. This is gonna work better than wax. It's gonna work better than your car wash. Whatever you're using, the wheel cleaner. Look at these wheels. I'm gonna be able to get these wheels just amazing. They're gonna shine. So if you want those shiny wheels, even the tires, this is a great way to go. And I don't have to do much, but look at that. It takes a lot of that dirt off. You can see on that sponge. It does a great job. So let me do a little bit more of this side of the car, because I want you to see this when I rinse it off. That's when it's just magic. When you can rinse that all off and you see the difference that this LXR can make. And don't forget windows too, I can do that, but I'll pop that in there. Let's see here. And then we'll just go to rinse this off. There we go. Now watch this, guy. When you see it on an actual car, it is amazing. Look at that, even as I just started to rinse it, it looks fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
I want to get the wheels. I want you to see the rims too, because I know a lot of people think, well, how can it work on the car and the rims? And they all look great, but it does. So look at that.
And get a close-up of this right where your hand is, because look at how that is not beating up.
No, I just rinsed it.
There it is. Look.
I'll do it again.
Watch.
Now you'll get to see it happen as that water
this is the shot.
just runs right off.
Sheets off.
It's that acrylic that is making up this car wash that fills in all those divots in your clear coat. And this car, I'm not positive, but this car is closer to 20 years old than it is 2 years old.
It's unbelievable.
I can tell you that.
Explain this to me, because I know that it also says that it helps from like a bug sticking to your car. It helps like tar to not stick to your car. So does it leave a kind of a coat?
Exactly, that clear coat. We're gonna restore your clear coat. So every time you use it, so you have 8 to 10 in this bag of car wash, in the 32 ounces. You're gonna use it 8 to 10 times. Every single time you do it, it gets better and better and better. So imagine, a regular car wash, you clean it, but then it just goes right back to where it was. Here, we're going to restore the clear coat. That's the shine that you get on your car. And what happens here, we're gonna see, a kind of a microscopic look, how it's not even. You're gonna have divots, you're gonna have all this unevenness because it's worn away, it's gotten damaged. But now we're gonna restore that clear coat. We're gonna smooth it out. We're gonna add to the shine. and this is what you're going to get.
And by the way, if anybody that thinks like you look at your car over time and you think it has a kind of a faded look, that's because that clear coat basically has disappeared. And that comes from the UV rays that hit the car, but also acid rain, Pete.
All of these things.
All the pollution, that all takes that finish off your car.
It does damage to the car. But this is what I love. So imagine we've done this 4 or 5 times. This could be the rain. Remember how you used to panic because it rained 5 minutes after you washed your car? Look at that. Look at that waterfall. The water just running off, and all that's left is an amazing shine. And this is not the shiniest, best car in the world. It's an older truck, but it can look great again because we're restoring that clear coat. I love that. That looks amazing.
It does. All right, if you join us late, I'm going to tell you again what we got here. So normally, when you wash your car and you bring it out, you see how the water beads on it. You always think, oh, that's great. You know, we always talk to oh, the beading water is great. The beading water is not great unless you get every one of those beads off and you dry them, because when they dry, they're going to leave little marks on the car. On the top of this car, one side is beading up. The other side is sheeting off. That means that the clear coat on there is still there, and it's allowing the water to just run off the car. And when I lift the lid a little bit, you can see the beads are on one car, one side. The other is completely sheeted. Look at the difference. You can see it. Look, this is going to have to be wiped.
It's actually, you can see how it starts to dry. Like it already starts to open up and dry. I mean, it really is amazing.
It's a huge difference, and that's because we didn't treat this side right here.
Well, this has been washed and waxed in the traditional way that you've done for years and years. And sure, we always thought that was great. But if you're someone who doesn't have time to completely dry the car every single time, or you just want to eliminate that, because remember, it's wash, dry, then you're going to wax, then you're going to buff off the wax, then you're going to have to rinse it again and try to dry that. So it's just not the way to go.
If you want to buy it today, it's on FlexPay. It's $9.98. It comes in this bag, which I like too, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. And believe it or not, you're going to get about 8 to 10 car washes out of this bag. It's got a little spout on top, so you can cover it up. This is a certified green product as well. So when it, for the environment, when you think about that, when you're going to be draining this off, better for the environment. It's going to work to help reduce the sun fade, reduce the effects of acid rain. If you get bugs all over your car, right? So wash your car before you go anywhere, and then wash it again when you get back. It's going to help protect your car from that. It's going to make it easier because, you get bugs on your car, and you obviously can't use sandpaper to get rid of that stuff. Look at the sheeting action. So you got beading over here where it's not treated, and then over here where it's been washed.
The more you use it, the better it looks.
This stuff is just amazing.
I mean, it looks fantastic, but when you think about it, if I told you how great this is and how it restores that clear coat, you would think there'd be so many, steps you would have to do. You're washing your car. You just saw me do it just like you've always done it, and it still works fantastic, and it gives you that beautiful shine. So you're building up the shine every single time you wash it. You're building up the protection every single time you wash your car. So it's an amazing, amazing way to go. And guys, show them that formulation again. I was dripping that into the water earlier. I wanted you to see that because we call this an acrylionic because it contains the same acrylic. Did you make
that up, or is that a real word?
It's probably made up, but not by me. But what we're saying is that it's the acrylic in this formula is the same acrylic that makes up your car wash. So you'll see it's a very thick formula.
It's quite viscous.
Viscous it is. I mean, that's the difference. So all you want to do is put about that 3 to 5 ounces in your bucket, and just make sure you're mixing that up. And once you mix it up or you force the water into that bucket, it foams up really nice. You're just using a sponge or anything and just wipe that car down and then rinse it off. You're going to love it.
You got about 8 to 10 car washes here, so it's going to cost you probably about $2 a wash versus
That's pretty good.
Whatever you're paying. And they're not carrying this at your car wash. Do it yourself. And you'll find, too, that you don't have to wash your car as often because the dirt and the grime and all the scuzz that gets on your car is going to sheet off naturally. And when it rains, what's great too is you'll come out and your car's not going to be covered in spots.
Exactly.
It's going to be completely clear. All right. My producer Rob says this could sell out again. So if you want it, remember, it's a way to go. And by the way, great to wash your motorcycle or your bicycles or anything else. They're going to shine, right?
On the boats that have not a clear coat, but a gel coat on there, the RVs. Yeah, absolutely. It looks great. I want to show you this again. We watched this earlier. And I want you to see that if this was rain again, or I'm just rinsing that off, you can see how great that car looks. Look at that. Again, none of those water spots that you have to dry, that sheeting action. I mean, look at the shine. just right here. And don't forget, we're gonna use this on the headlights. We're gonna use this on the glass. We're gonna use this on the tires, on the rims, and they're all gonna look great. It does, you know, it looks like your regular car wash, but one of the things I want you to understand is that when we have all the bugs and we have the tar on the headlights or the front of your car or anywhere, it does a great job at removing all of that dirt and grime, and then it's gonna build up that clear coat layer, so then you're not gonna get as dirty, you're not gonna get all those bugs the same way. When you get to see it for the first time on your car, whether it's new or old, and I'm really suggesting this even more so for those cars that are a bit older, because their clear coat has taken a beating over the years. So this is a way for the clear coat to continue to look great. And not only just look good, again, get better every single time you wash it. So there's another great example of that beautiful sheeting action. Now here's a different truck, but same thing. Again, a dull looking outside of your car. Maybe that's been washed and waxed and the water does beat up, but we want that sheeting action. We want to improve and restore that clear coat, and that's what we're able to do with the LXR. 8 to 10 car washes in that bag of car wash that you're getting, and here's what you want. Look at this one side. The water beads up. You're going to spend a lot of time drying that, and as soon as it rains and then the water dries, you've got water spots. On this side, it's already beginning to completely dry, but more importantly, the water has just run right off. That sheeting action, improving that clear coat. So again, I'll show you this bag really quick. Try not to squirt myself right here. Here we go. Right there, 8 to 10 car washes, 32 ounces of that LXR formula. The more you use it, the better the shine, the better the protection. So you're gonna love it, and you can get that occasional free car wash every single time it rains. So I'm still outside, but Guy has snuck indoors. We've got a couple more great items coming your way. Oh, we've got the windshield cover coming up, Guy.
So hurry up and get in here. We're gonna take you there next. So we really are taking care of your vehicle top to bottom here. One of the things you can really do, I mean, in addition to just washing your car, because you know in the wintertime, it's obviously much more difficult to try to wash your car yourself, especially if it's cold outside. But one of the things you can do is you can invest in an Autosmith all-weather car cover. I got to tell you, you know, when these first came out, I was like, yeah, what, am I really going to use this thing? Oh my goodness, what a great product, especially if you live in the cold north or west where it gets snow and sleet and all that stuff. But even rain and debris, you know, we have terrible weather going on in the Carolinas right now. If I was them and I could get one of these covers, I would have put this on my vehicle a long time ago, keep the sticks and the dirt and the debris, because you know, in a hurricane or windstorms, it's awful. This uses magnetic closure, but it tucks right over your windshield. This is just pollen. I mean, look at this. I mean, you know, on a crazy day, you roll it away so it doesn't get in all the nooks and crannies and it doesn't mess up your window. This works on snow, works on ice. As I said, it works on leaves, dust, debris, whatever it is. These were $29.95. They are 50% off at $49. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, at $14.95, and they're on FlexPay. You have your choice of colors. Comes in red, blue, silver, or black. It comes in its own little bag. Peter's back inside, and I will tell you, this is one step you can take that's so easy that will save your butt, especially, and I didn't even hit this yet, when you get up in the morning and your windshield is frozen solid and the wipers won't work because you left them open all night.
Right, you were in Connecticut with a lot of snow. I know you were in Arizona to get away, and then you came to Florida to get away. But you remember, you wake up, and it takes so long to scrape the car, and then you do a small little circle just so you can see, so it's not safe. It's the worst job in the world. This is a way, when you put this all-weather windshield and wiper cover on there, that you're not gonna have to deal with that. That is what's so nice about it. And I don't know if you were talking about this, Guy. I couldn't hear you the whole time I was out there. But we have a way, so this tucks into the door on both sides of your car, the front door. You close this little flap in the door so it doesn't go anywhere. And then right here, on the other sides, we have a magnet, so it keeps it on there securely. So no one can just come by and take it because it's locked in the doors, but it also stays securely in place with the magnets on both sides. And it is a durable, really waterproof.
It's not going anywhere.
You know what I was thinking about? Not just, you know, you get those big days where the snow and you have to sweep all the snow off and then you have to scrape the windshield. But you remember some days there's no snow, you think everything's fine, but there's all that dew or moisture overnight.
There is a lot of dew.
And then you get that half inch of just frozen ice. It's just ice on your windshield.
Right.
The water's frozen, and it is a hassle. So lots of snow is a big hassle, but you can never do it again. Do you ever have the little scraper? It's a tiny little scraper.
Yeah.
You're leaning, you can't reach the whole car, so you're leaning. Right, snap. It always breaks.
Yep.
Exactly. They're too small to be even worthwhile. You've probably done it where you sit in the car. You're like, I'm not going to get out. I'm just going to sit in the car.
You wait.
And you spray the windshield washer fluid. That's if your wipers will work, because they're frozen at the bottom as well.
And then
it's terrible.
They never work again the right way, because you are not supposed to turn them on when they're frozen. Even the dealer's like, wait till it defrosts, because the motor will burn out, or the wiper starts to get beat up. And those are expensive to have your wipers replaced. Well, this is going to take care of that, and it covers it. And you know, you may not need it right now. You may be thinking, well, let me tell you, for $14, when you have one of these in your car, and by the way, it goes on real easy. It also helps protect from the UV rays that are going into your car. So if you're going to, you know, a lot of people, where I'm from, up in Connecticut, a lot of people drive their car to the train station to take the train into the city.
Yeah.
And they don't want to leave their car exposed all day. First of all, they don't want people to be looking inside it. But the main thing is that sun can beat down all day. They try to get these little flip out little things that don't really cover. This covers the entire windshield. Every inch of the windshield it covers, and then you can fold it up and put it away. But it keeps the inside protected from the rays. It keeps the outside protected from the snow and the sleet. And I can remember too, Peter, coming back from New York and having to get back into my car, and there's a foot of snow on the ground, and you're like, oh my gosh, how easy would it have been to just pull that off? And all the snow comes off in one shot. Instead, you're sitting there and you're scraping. But
because you're ready.
The number one is the mornings. Put it on when you go to bed. So when you wake up in the morning, you don't have an icy windshield.
But it could be the before and after work, whether you leave it at a train station and commute into a bigger city, or you're going to be driving to work in the morning. You're doing and that's a bad snow with a lot of ice on that windshield. You pull that right off. You go to work, put it back on, and here you can see where that flap locks into the door right there. And when you come out of work, can you imagine that being the worst thing ever? You're going to spend 25 more minutes sitting in that parking lot trying to clear that windshield so you can drive home. This allows you to do it so quick. And it's weatherproof and waterproof, and it's extremely strong that you're not going to have to worry about this. On most cars, it certainly is long enough or wide enough that it's going to fit down over those windshield wipers. So as soon as you get in the car, you can peel that off and they're going to work. So it's a great way to protect that windshield.
Yeah.
Now, it'll work in all those other areas.
Into the bag. The bag is part of it, by the way.
It'll work during the days when you have, you know, if you're gonna have pollen, if you're parking under a tree every single night, that's great. But I can just tell you from experience, the snow and ice is the number one reason to have this. Or get it for someone who is driving and they're getting up early and they live in a climate where they're experiencing all that snow. They will absolutely love it. One time that they can do this and not have to scrape and mess around with that.
Not all of us are born with the luxury of having a two-car garage and blah, 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 blah.
Never.
So there's usually a car that sits outside. It could be your car, your kid's car, whatever. Also, kids going to school in the morning or whatever, and they have to drive, or your wife trying to get to work. Do you really want, maybe you leave before your wife leaves, or your wife leaves before you leave. I mean, having to sit outside in the freezing cold and scrape, and then don't forget about the wasted gas, because you turn your car on, you let it run for 30 minutes to try to get the defrosters to work. It's a bad proposition all the way across the board to try to do that. Why not just cover it? Again, if you buy it today, it comes in red. The color doesn't matter, but if you like a color, if you've got a red car, a blue car, a black car, or silver, these are the common car colors. So we have all those available. It's discounted today. It was $29.95. It's a little early in the season. They give you a little incentive. We dropped the price at a clearance of only $14.95. Oh, and by the way, coming up, I want to remind you, a quick tease to coming up. We have the Restore wipes for your car lights.
Headlights, yeah.
Those things are killer. That is such a good deal. So if you have yellowing headlights, which makes your car look old and crappy, it really does. Just you don't even like to drive it when your headlights are yellow.
Well, especially when the rest of the car looks
your eyes
amazing.
were yellow, right? And when the rest of the car looks nice, I know. We've got a way to restore those. Thank you so much, Ron, for putting that up. But if you want to order them, we already have 80 people have already ordered it. That's why we know we're going to be crazy busy with that at the price we're doing. So you can get that. So that protects them. But right now, with just about a minute left, let's talk about protecting that. And the windshield itself, the one area that really has to be clear. You know what I mean? You really need to make sure that, and a lot of people will drive before it even clears out.
You know, you drive with, you've only
the portal
scraped
you got a portal.
A little portal. Exactly. So here's the size. Here's the flaps on either side.
Work on a truck too?
Yeah. You put, because I have an SUV.
Yeah.
So you put the flaps on either side. They lock into doors on both sides. This is the pocket that it goes into. So that always helps you with you know, top or bottom. That just lays on the top of the car.
And
that's it. And then there's magnets on the 4 corners right there, so they're going to stay on there. So it's going to be able to stay on your car in 25-mile-an-hour winds, no problem at all.
All right, good job. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah,
So Pete's not going anywhere because we have our Restore wipes coming up next. But if you'd like to get this, it's on FlexPay, $7.48. Make that payment, get it home. You're going to love it. And boy, you know, like I said, once the snow comes and you are the one getting out on time, your neighbors are going to look and be like, why didn't I think of that?
Exactly. Just cover it.
You want to walk over and talk about our Restore wipes?
Yeah.
Come on over with us. We're going to head on over. And these have been very popular here at HSN, with good reason. If you've got issues with the with your, basically what they call lenses of your vehicle, which are the headlight lamps, the headlight lamp lenses, those are the exterior, then you're gonna need to get this. First of all, it's gotten so many 5-star reviews on hsn.com, I forgot how many, but it just keeps going on and on. But if you wanna restore the old dingy, hazy headlights, which makes them more dangerous, by the way, because if you can't see through them and the light's not getting through, this is gonna make them shine again. It's gonna take years of that lousy oxidation away, Pete. And here's the nice thing is that it's very easy, relatively easy for anybody to do it themselves versus the other system where you have to get sanders and you have to treat it. I got a quote to have my 2 headlights done at a body shop down the street from my house.
Right.
$75 a light. So it was $150, which I would have paid in a minute.
Wow.
I never booked it. You know why? He would never schedule me. He'd be like, you know what, hit me next week. He's a body shop guy. He doesn't need to make $150
He doesn't want to spend time doing it.
He doesn't want to spend time doing it.
Well, maybe
so
you should get these wipes.
I bought a kit. You had to have a drill. You had to have 4 different pads. Let me tell you, when I saw this, I'm like, this is something everybody can do. Now, half off, 50% off, it makes a huge difference. If your headlamps look like this, you're sending out a message that, I don't really care about anything.
Well, not only is your car's not going to look great, but then you talked about how safe can that be, driving without most of the light that's going to come out of your headlights. So here it is, super easy. We can do this in less than 2 minutes. We don't need sanders. We don't need any other kind of products. We have one wipe, step 1. It says step 1 right on the package. That's your cleaning. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right down the middle here because I want you to see just the middle that I'll do. So here, all you're going to do is clean with this wipe. So you're cleaning with the one wipe, and you're going to see that it looks better, definitely better. But you see it kind of has a matte finish on there, that it's not totally finished yet because that's step 1. In between step 1, before we get to step 2, all I'm going to do is dry that. So that's all I've done, but I've cleaned it with that first wipe. That's clean. And then you go to step 2. Cool thing is you're gonna pull that wipe out. It says step 2 right on the package. It's a different color wipe right there. Now this one, I'm not wiping anything off. I'm actually gonna use this as the restore, and I'm gonna wipe it onto that headlight. Now watch this. This is the real difference. Now you're gonna wanna let that dry. Don't wash your car for 24 hours, then you can use your LXR on your car. But look at the difference right there. Now it is super crystal clear, great shine. Whoa. That's the difference. And you've done it in less than 2 minutes.
Let's show everybody some before and after.
This is a good one, guy. You know why I love this? You could be looking at that before, and if you've had your car since new, you don't even realize how bad it looks until you see the new or the after. And the great thing is, this will work on those new cars. The cars look great, except for the headlights. You know, an older car is one thing, but if you get a car that's 3 years old, it looks amazing, except for the headlights. That car looks a little bit older, and those are really bad. They cannot be putting out very much light if you let your headlights get like that.
Look at that, and we're showing you the ease of being able to do it. And you know, here's the thing too, don't wait until it gets like that, because you know, when they turn yellow, It could be a year or so, maybe 2 years on a car, because I know I've had lease cars, and I leased it for 3 years. That yellow headlight was like after two and a half years.
Absolutely.
I was like, geez, it doesn't take that long.
It really is no telling when it's going to happen or why it happens to your car and not another car, or if it's a 2-year, 3-year-old car and it happens. Again, all those environmental factors, the oxidation, whether it's outside in the sun all the time, but it's going to happen. And if you did like you were talking, Guy, where if you take it somewhere to have this done and it's $100 or $150, like you were saying, Guy, that does not mean it's not going to happen again. But what are we, $14.95? You can do more than one car with this. So if it happens again, you'll be ready to go with this. So don't spend all that money and then have to do it again anyway, because there's no telling when it'll happen again. So let me do this, the middle section of this next headlight. Remember, step 1, you'll be able to do this in 2 minutes or less, because you're taking step 1, that first wipe.
I notice you're not even wearing gloves, so it's not like some acid or anything like that.
No, you could. You can smell it, can't you, guys?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to wear gloves, you could, but it's not. There's nothing caustic that's going to burn you or anything like that. So now what is happening right there,
So what I'm
Pete?
doing there is just the cleaning part of that. That's just the glare we have on there. Yeah, so that's the cleaning part. So you can see I didn't do this section or that little section right there. But that's the cleaning. That's step 1.
And it tells you right on the package.
Right on the package. Step
what is
1,
number
step 2.
1 and what is number 2.
And then you'll get used to it. Step 2 is this darker, almost a brown color of the wipe. Because this one, you're not going to wipe anything off. I'm going to wipe this on. Let's do it that way. I'm wiping this one on to the headlight. This is the restore part of it. I don't even want to open up that wipe. I just want to wipe it on. So now it's going to restore that headlight. It's going to leave it crystal clear, and now they're going to look great. Oh, there you can see that the end part where I had nothing.
It's showroom,
and then over
Pete,
here.
it's showroom.
I mean, it's back to new. So you're going to get full amount of light projecting through there from your headlights, and it's also going to look new again. So just imagine investing a couple of minutes of time to have your headlights look great again. So step 1, you dry it off. Step 2, and you are done.
And let me tell you what you're going to get to, because we're giving you a 2-pack, which includes 4 of the cleaning packets. So you get 2 in each. So you get 2 number 1s, and then you get
4 number 1s.
4 number 1s and 2 number 2s.
2 number 2s.
Right.
So what that's
so you can
telling
use
us,
those obviously over a little more than once.
You and I had our cars and we said, hey, let's do all of our headlights. I could use a pack of, we could each use a step 1, and then we could share the step 2, and you could actually get 2 cars done with that if you're doing them at the same time. So that'll give you even more. But for most people, you'll use 2 of the step 1s and 1 step 2. So this is 2 or more vehicles or 2 or more applications to your headlights. So think about that. If you're able to do your car twice in the next year, because maybe it'll go about 6 months. There's no telling how long or how it'll go. It could go a lot longer. That's, I mean, you're talking about $750 to get that done. Well, that's pretty nice.
And for the, you know what, for the amount of money you're going to spend, it's going to completely transform the look of your car. Remember, you have our unconditional money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, doesn't work for any reason for you, you just send it back. It's part of being here at HSN. Everything you buy comes with a return envelope. Pop it back on. You can send it right back, no issues. You see, we also have FlexPay here, $7.48. What that means is that you don't have to pay for it all up front. You could just pay one payment of $7.48 and we'll ship it out to you. It's FlexPay, not layaway. And the fact that we make it simple. You'll probably receive this in about a week, maybe less, depends on where you are. You get it home and you're going to instantly transform the look of that car. If you have an older car, obviously, you may have to use more than one set. I doubt it. It depends really. It's like Peter, I mean, if you haven't touched it in 20 years, you're going to get an improvement, no doubt. But I mean, it's honestly, once you get that grime off, it's going to look beautiful.
It really is. There you can see that's step 1. That's the white wipe, step 1. And then all I'm going to do is just pat that dry. And Guy, even with the older cars, it's still going to be one wipe. I mean, it really is. I've had most of my testimonials and people have come to me are people here. Some of our friends on air, Ellen Bunner took this home the other day, and for her son has an older vehicle.
Yeah, every time she comes to my neighborhood, I'm always like, "Who's the lady with the yellow lenses on her car?"
But she brought the pictures back, and I was amazed.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was really great. So now I dried that off after step 1. Now step 2, remember, I'm wiping that onto the headlight. That's what's going to give it the shine. That's going to protect it. So you can see I did about 3/4 of this headlight. So there you can see what it used to look look like. And now, look at that shine. It's crystal clear.
Lou Caputo is sitting over there in
there.
absolute amazement. He's watching this on the big screen, and he's right, boom.
Lou has like 7 cars at home, so he need a few sets. But he's got, you know what? Lou likes, there's that one brand of car, the off-road cars that are really awesome.
Yeah.
It works fantastic on those. Ellen had one of those great cars, and they loved it. It works really well. Lou uses that on his. So it works on so many different vehicles, but some are just affected more than others, and some different areas of this country are affected more than others based on how your car is. If it's garage, it's not going to happen as long. But if it's outside, the weather, the sun, where you park, it's a lot of different factors.
And whether it's you have the polycarbonate sort of a material on there, or old school glass, whatever it is, it works on both those. It works on the older. They've gone into the polycarb material now. But back in the day, 15, 20 years ago, the glass, it was all glass headlamps. And those still, but remember, those are still all sort of porous materials that when the sunshine gets on them, it gets worse. I think it's worse with the polycarb. I think it gets even worse because it's softer.
They went away from glass, obviously, because now these are very safe in an accident and things like that. But I don't think they knew that this was going to happen either.
No, I know.
That this was going to be an issue. I'm going to open that wipe a little bit. I'm going to finish this entire headlight. I don't know if they knew that this was going to happen all the time. And it's, again, different manufacturers. It happens even worse. So look at that. The entire headlight is basically clean, but that was only step 1, except for the middle that I did a moment ago. So I'm going to dry that on both sides. So after step 1, you just want to dry it a little bit. And one of the important things, after I use step 2, don't wash your car. Don't, hopefully it's not going to rain. You want at least 30 minutes for it to dry, but it's even better if you can go a full 24 hours without getting those headlights wet. So here we go. Step 2 is just going to be that restore wipe. So I'm going to do the whole thing over again. I'll go across, and I'm just wiping that on. Now you're going to get that shine. Step 1 is going to leave it just with a matte finish, but now I'm able to completely, I'm even going to do the top of that light.
And remember, because the material,
that's great.
It's porous. That's why Peter said give it a little time for it to actually cure back in to the plastic, because then it's going to create a shield and protect you down the road.
That's the restore. That's this wipe. You're exactly right. That's why we're wiping it on. We're not trying to wipe anything off. We're cleaning with step 1, and it's easy. Step 1's the white. Step 2 is the darker, almost brown. And that's the difference. You can do this because it is so simple. I mean, anyone can use a white. Can you imagine improving something like this on your car? You don't have to take it somewhere. You don't have to use any power tools. Honestly, you don't have to know anything about cars. If you know that when you look at your headlights, you're like, why do they look like that?
They look terrible. It's the sunshine. It just, the sunshine's good, but it's the weather and everything else. Hey, Pete, tell everybody again. So you said you could probably do 2 cars?
Oh, you can definitely do 2 cars with this set that we're giving you, without question. Because you're going to use that step 1 and then step 2. I'm going to show you that.
It says it right on the label of the package.
So
what
right
to
there,
do.
and they're slightly different colors. So this is an all blue. So there you go. Step 1 says it right there. You can't make a mistake. Then you're going to go step 2. Right there, and you can see that's a black package in there. You're just going to tear that open. You saw the 2 wipes. This one's white, this one's brown, and you're set to go. So if you look at everything that we're giving you, you're getting all those step 1s right here, and then 2 of the step 2s. So for many of you, it's only going to take you, and that's why if you do 2 cars at the same time, 1 car, you need step 1. And then this step 2, we'll do 2 cars.
All right,
you're wiping it on.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left. Peter, can you do one more demonstration?
You know I can,
available?
Guy.
I think you got one more dirty lens up there. He's cleaning all the lenses. But if you joined us late, if you go outside right now and look at the lenses, which is the outside of your headlamps. If that is sort of foggy, or it looks a little bit yellowed, or even just a little haze,
this is not clear anymore.
It's not crystal clear. I mean, it should be crystal clear. Then try this. It's from AutoSmith. They're called Restore Wipes, and rather than have to get a sander out there and have to get 4 different creams and then a buffer and a polisher, or send it to a place where you have to have that done, where it means you got to be with your car throughout the day and you don't have it. And like I said, the body shops don't like doing these because they'd rather be spending a lot more money on other parts of your car, because I tried to get the guy down the street to do it and he wouldn't listen to me. But I'm telling you, this is the quick fix. It's a 2-step system. I'll let Peter go through again. When we get them, Peter, what do we do?
Step 1 and step 2. It's really easy. I will show you the wipes. This just on the outside.
So the wipes are white.
Right. Well,
when you get
step 1. Step 1 is white, just like that. This is going to clean. So you're going to clean with step 1. Then you're going to dry it off. I've just got a little rag there to dry it off. Then you've got step 2. Step 2 is this brown colored wipe. This is the restore. This is kind of the important one. So you're cleaning with one, then you're putting that restore.
That's the finisher right there.
Finisher.
Yeah.
It's putting that shine on there. It's putting that protection on there, and it's really important. But it's so easy to do. I mean, think about this. You've used wipes before for everything. This is a way to change the look of your car. And then also think about the safety factor. If you've been driving around with those clouded up, fogged over headlights, the first night you go driving after using this, you will not believe the difference, because there's a great example. You are not getting enough light out of those headlights on the before shot. The after, absolutely. It's a completely different headlight when you get all that light coming out. Safer,
yeah. And like I said, it's something you could do right in your driveway. You don't have to worry about anybody else. You just do it yourself. You're not relying on everybody else. And by the way, it'll also help to refresh some of the vinyl, like your bumpers and things like that.
Some of these plastic bumpers, you can see that could actually have been black, and it should be black.
That's oxidation right there.
Absolutely. So it'll work on that as well to restore some of those plastic bumpers, depending upon what kind of car you have. You have that. We even show one where it's one of the plastic door handles.
Yeah.
Any of those areas that have become really, they get that grayish, they get that white on it, all that oxidation. This is going to work the same way. And you'll do it the same way. You're going to clean with step 1 right there. That's step 1. I've done half of this light, but I'm going to do the other half right now. Step 1's easy. You're just going to clean that.
We got a whole parking lot full of cars over there.
I'm heading out there right after this guy. You know I am.
You know, maybe for your community service, you can go over there. Well, you know,
I wish I could. I mean, maybe I will.
You're very busy. I know. Hey, you know what?
Look at that.
Maybe just hand them out.
Hand
them out to people, Pete. Let them do it themselves.
I've done that.
Yeah.
And it really is amazing what, all the great testimonials we get back from everyone who's used them. Yeah. Lou Caputo for one. All 7 cars.
Hey, and let me tell you, Lou Caputo's a guy that could, he could afford to have somebody come watch his car, but he's saving money. And you know what? When they wash your car, there's nothing in that car wash that's going to make those headlamps look good other than actually treating them with something. And that's what you need to do, because it takes a long time for them to get that yellowing, and that's just layers of just oxidation. What happens is the sun comes down, it almost changes, it melts the outside, kind of.
Yeah,
right?
It's really, when you get this home, here's what I want you to understand. You don't have to do anything to your headlights. You don't have to wash your car or wash your headlights, anything like that. Grab the wipe, head out there with step 1, because that's what's going to clean. That's going to clean your headlights. You're going to see it's going to clear them up pretty quickly. Then you're going to go to step 2. You're going to dry it off, then go to step 2, and that's the restore. You're going to wipe that on, and you're going to see a huge difference. And again, you have enough for your car that you could do it again if it's months or a year down the road, because no matter what style whatever method you do to fix this, it's going to come back. So don't spend the extra money, then have it come back and have to pay again.
Yeah, and by the way, this also works if you own a bike, a motorcycle, something like that, and it's got a lens, or a shield.
They have headlights.
It works on that polycarbonate material glass. It works on all that. We just went over 1,200 of these spoken for. So if you would like it, get it before it sells out. Peter, I want to thank you for being. You were my co-host in HSN Garage today.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know who's coming up next?
I've heard of him.
My friend
Lou Caputo.
Lou Caputo is coming up next. In fact, you mind if I join him?
You should go over there. Everyone should stick around and see Lou.
Leave me a couple of these in my desk.
I will do.
You're a good guy. Thank you, Peter. All right, now let's shift into Lou. That didn't sound very good. Sorry about that, Lou.
Good morning.
Hi, Lou Caputo.
Good morning.
All right, let me tell you, one of the most successful brands that we've ever had here in many, many years has been Origami. It's an amazing product, amazing company. They build just one-of-a-kind shelf systems for us that are so durable. They've added incredible pops of color to make them more fun as well. But anybody that needs storage, and I'm talking up to 1,000 pounds in each one of these racks, because today we're doing the 2-pack.
Yep.
We do that because Lou knows knows more than anybody, whenever we sell one to somebody, they come next. They are more often than not,
they're coming back
for more.
Yep, absolutely.
So we figured, you know what, we'll save on the shipping on this and get them all out to you for $9.95 rather than hitting you twice with shipping and handling. You get a 2-pack of these, and what can you use these for? You can use these in the kitchen. You can use them in your pantry. You can use them in your garage. You can use them in your basement. You can use them in your attic. We have people that bring them to work. You can put files on them. You can put wood on them. You could put wood chips.
Anything you want.
Lou's going to show you
anything
on all this stuff. We have a variety of colors to choose from.
Yes.
But all I want to say, and always, let me tell you about the thousands of 5-star reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Probably one of the best reviewed products.
Yeah,
I mean,
ever.
Ever. I mean, between you and Andrew Lessman, there's so many 5-star reviews, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome.
I love to hear it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, pal.
Well, let's tell everybody first what this is. Because there might be a couple of people out there that have never seen origami before. So this is a storage rack that has 0 assembly and is going to take care of the vertical space in your house. Utilize that to give you extra storage. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. When you get this home, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to break this down to the way it's going to arrive at your door. It's going to be about 4 inches wide. It's going to come in a cardboard box. The toughest thing you're going to do is get it out of that box. Once you get it out, all you have to do is grab the sides, pull it open like this. On the back, there's one toggle right there. You thread this through, you push down. It's that simple to do. Then you spin it around again. We flip over the top shelf like this. One little latch right there, and we're done. And that, my friends, is what we call, quote unquote, the assembly process.
There it is.
That was the whole thing.
It's the 12-second assembly.
That was it.
You always say it's harder to open the box.
It really is. Harder to open the box. Now, here's the thing. We went from 4 inches to 12 linear feet of storage.
And you get 2.
And you get 2. So that's 24 feet of linear storage. But each one of these shelves is 3 feet long. They're 18 inches deep. That's 1.5 feet deep. This is made out of powder-coated steel. So you can hear the strength in these. With the wheels on them, we give you the wheels. You don't have to put them on them if you don't want to. With the wheels on them, as you see here, we recommend you limit yourself to 75 pounds per shelf for the weight capacity, but that's still 300 pounds that you can roll around, okay? Without the wheels, though, then you can put 250 pounds on each shelf for a total of 1,000 pounds on each rack. That's 2,000 pounds of storage. That's a full ton.
Yeah, I mean, it amazes me how much, and you know, it's funny, I have one of these, and I never would expect to put a ton on it, but I mean, you would probably have to put all firewood on, all 4 shelves.
Or cinder blocks
even
or
then
something.
It probably wouldn't be 1,000
No,
pounds.
it wouldn't be.
But I love the fact that you can. So if you had heavy duty stuff that because a lot of times like cans of paint, things like that can be very heavy.
Absolutely.
This is going to be able to handle it. When do you want to do colors?
Let's do the colors now, because it might take the rest of the presentation.
Right,
I'm just kidding.
Team all ready? Deanna, you ready, girl? Because I'm coming in.
Okay, don't toss these. We keep these. Okay, so this is the orange right here, brand new color. This, all right, I know you want to. We're going to get your chance in a second. Look at him. He's all coiled up here.
Aside.
Ready to spring.
All right, here we go, Lou.
Okay, here we go. So here's the fuchsia. We're going to do all the purples together. Oh, there's just 2 purples today.
By the way, the fuchsia is the most limited.
Fuchsia and purple side by side. Now you can toss them away.
All right.
There we go. Toss. Okay, here come the greens. So we've got our teal and we've got our mint side by side right there. I think that's it for the greens.
That's the only 2.
Yep. Teal and mint. All right.
Nice job, Lou.
Then we've got beautiful, glossy, clean white right there.
Laundry room, right?
Baby's room, bathroom. Yeah, any place it'll fit.
Pantry.
Okay. Here's the black. It's a glossy black with a little bit of texture to the finish on this guy.
Yeah, this is kind of mottled.
Yeah, mottled.
It's a bit
mottled. It's a mottled finish. Beautiful origami red right there, fire engine red. That's fun.
See, now, and if you wanted to do like an office decor and things like that, because I have actually seen my dentist's office has origami in there.
Oh, do they?
For files.
Really?
And they keep 3. Yeah, because it's like where else? If you don't have an extra space to put your files, you'd have to put them off in storage.
And files are heavy, and I think that's it. Okay, so going around the back, now we've got light blue. We have gotten, that's actually a brand new color this summer.
It's like a powder blue. It's
powder
really
blue,
nice.
yeah.
Then we've got laundry room again, you know.
Yeah, platinum right here, or little boys room, I think, for that one. Yeah. Platinum here, the closest to stainless steel that you're gonna see. Vintage bronze, I love the vintage bronze. It's a very rich color, great with leather or woods if you've got that kind of thing in your house. And then we've got, of course, the original pewter down here that started the whole thing. And that is that really mottled finish right there with the silver and the black both in it. Has a nice little texture to that. But I mean, the big deal with this though, guys, is first of all, if you broke it down to what the cost is per unit here, it's like back in the old days when we used to do a Today's Special. Yeah. Okay, that's the price that we used to charge.
We used to charge, as I recall, these were like $130.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, they're up there.
So like $129 or $130, whatever it was. You're getting each one of these for about $99. So you're getting about $30 off each. And I said, the reason we do a 2-pack is because we find that more often than not, people want another one. They put one in their, like I have a shed, one's in my shed, one's in the laundry room. Here's Jamie showing you how easy it is to put together. And when you order it, well, the best thing about it, realistically, one of the big selling features that a lot of people love, I mean, listen, it's well made, you're gonna have it for years, but what they love is that they don't have to put it together. Now, Lou knows the story that I tell you about when I bought my first shelf system.
The plastic one.
So I came to Florida and I bought a house down there in Pasadena, down that area. Didn't come with a garage. So I bought one of those sheds, prefab shed.
Why not?
Greatest thing I ever did. Love it. Comes there, guy puts it up, anchors it down, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't have any shelving inside.
Big empty room.
So I went to the home store, which kind of looks like the color of that shelf over there. I went to the home store, and I had nothing wrong with that. Hey, listen, we all go for whatever you need, so I get it. But I went in there and I bought a system that was put together. It was plastic. And so, and it was in, I was curious because I'm like, boy, it's a big system, but it's in a small box because there was 1,000 pieces inside there. And all things that I had, one piece. So 3 pieces had to attach. It was about that high. It took forever to put together, first of all. And not only that, but it was plastic. So when I finally got the thing to stand up, it was tippy. It was rickety. I'm like, this is not even, I can't put heavy duty stuff on there.
Plastic's never gonna be as strong as steel.
And then you're taking a plastic and you're putting it in a shed without air conditioning.
Where it gets nice and hot.
Where, it gets to be 100 degrees inside there.
Plastic melts.
It honestly started to shift a little bit. I'm like, it was melting. Anyway, that was my first experience. That was way before we introduced this. That was when I first got here. It was like 12, 13 years ago.
And that was, we've been doing this for now just about 8 years. Well, here's the thing though. I mean, most of us are used to getting particle board. We're used to getting that plastic, all those things. And they have, the only thing
by the way, still $100.
Still $100. So I'm gonna say, you're still gonna pay.
Cheaper.
You're not
still
saving any money.
$99 for a box.
So, well, let's think about this. It's the same cost. There's more work involved, and they're not as durable. I don't know why you do that. Okay, when you could get origami, which is that powder coated steel. And by the way, powder coating is a process that's way better than paint because that paint or that powder coating is actually bonded to the metal. So that's why we can say that these are going to be corrosion resistant. So come on over here. We're going to go to my storage unit real quick because I want to show you something. This is my storage unit, okay? Now, let me ask you a question, Guy. If we have these boxes, these bins stacked like this, okay? If I said to you, Guy, can you get me what's in that bottom one? What's the problem here?
It's on the bottom.
It's on the bottom.
You want to know what's on? In my old thing, you know what it was like? What? What's on the bottom is the one.
The most delicate thing in the world.
With my case, this is Halloween.
Right.
And then if I have Thanksgiving stuff, it's here, and Christmas is up here.
On top.
Because they went in that order before, and now, guess what's coming? Now I got to pull that stuff out.
Well, and the problem is that whatever's on the bottom is probably going to be crushed on top of it, okay? So if you have it on an origami shelf, though, now all of a sudden if I say, can I have what's on the bottom? This is not a big deal. Because there it is. It just slides right out. And nothing is ever going to get crushed when it's on one of our origami racks. I mean, that's the big deal here. And you can fit 8 of these tubs. And this is a size that I guarantee you almost everybody has their Halloween stuff in, their Christmas stuff and that kind of thing. It's storage. That size. Now, here's the other advantage that a lot of people don't think of, too. If you have these, I've got 6 of these in my storage unit, okay? 6 of these origamis in my storage unit. The big advantage, in addition to the fact that it's giving me more space, is I don't have to wait for those little carts to bring stuff down to my truck. I just wheeled this whole rack down. And when I say, we probably have one rack that's all Christmas decorations. Outdoor lights, indoor lights. Kelly goes crazy with the decorations at Christmas. So for me, it's a real boon because that's like the heavy traffic time at the storage unit. Okay, now, if you want to use it indoors, like she's doing right here in an office setting, absolutely, it's the same exact rack, but now we're using it for decor instead of storage. Take it outside to the laundry room / garage, as you can see right there. That's the way I have it going at my house. Same kind of deal. You need that extra storage, but then take it inside. That wood and the steel combined right now is real hot. They look good.
Yeah, it's industrial and it looks really neat. And so, again, we give you lots of different options, but get it home. When you order, you're gonna get 2. So it's a 2-pack. Each one holds up to 2,000 pounds. We say with the wheels off. You put wheels on and just by legal, we can't say it holds as much because wheels move.
It raises
so
about 3
inches
off the ground.
stable.
That's why.
But a lot of people like to put the wheels on and keep them because you can still hold hundreds of pounds, plus it's movable.
True.
And you can clean behind it. You can move it around if it's in the garage.
Put it in front of cabinets if you wanted to.
Think about what it would cost you to have one of those storage things installed in your garage, right? Probably a couple of $1,000s, right? With all the shelves and all the stuff. And then what if you move? What if you're renting? You're gonna do all that. You can bring these wherever you go. And let me tell you this too, and there's an age at some point in our lives where we decide, okay, I'm not going to put things together myself anymore.
Right, it's like, I'm there.
Like in your mid-30s.
I'm also not going to move anything anymore.
No, it's like, all it takes is one person has to put together a barbecue grill.
Right.
And they decide, I'll never do that again.
Nope.
I'll pay the guy $50 to do it. It's so much smarter, especially if you have pieces left over at the end of the day and you're wondering if those are vital
but where'd they come
into
from?
the operation of your portable grill. But the bottom line is you get to that point, you're like, just let somebody else do it. Well, this is all done for you.
You could do it.
My mother, about 4 years ago, she bought 2 wooden end tables that came in boxes. They look beautiful at the home store when they're out there, but they don't come like that.
No,
and she said, honey, would you mind coming over? I got a couple of end tables and maybe just put them together for me.
Yeah.
Each one of those things took an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about screws, trying to go through.
Oh yeah.
It's a nightmare. You don't have to do that. When you get these home, literally, you open the box, you unfold
and they just fall open,
and you're good to go.
Let's show everybody that again, because here's the thing about these too. I don't care how good the directions are with a piece of furniture, they're never good enough. They're never going to be. It's going to take you longer than you thought. It's going to be frustrating. And even something as simple as, a shelf like this, where it's just basically a big rectangle, can take you a couple of hours to put together. With origami, watch what I can do with this, because all I'm going to do, remember, you're going to get 2 when you buy these, okay? That's it. We just did it. If I want to, now I can store it like this because again, only 4 inches in width, but when I want to break it out, it only has a footprint of 3 feet by 1.5 foot. Okay, so this does not take up a tremendous amount of space, but look how easy that is just to set that up again.
You got locking casters at the bottom.
Yes,
so if
you
you want it to stay in a permanent position, it'll do that as well.
Right.
And remember, each shelf without the wheels holds 250 pounds. I said before 2000, and I was basically referring to both of them together.
Yeah.
So each one is about 1,000 pounds, and then remember, if you put the wheels on, then it's about 300 pounds, about 75 per shelf, which is still a lot of weight. As far as how these are made, when you get them home and you look at them, you'll see that the actual what's involved in the science behind these.
Oh yeah,
in
it's
the
pretty
construction,
impressive. Yeah, it's impressive.
Almost like regular home construction with I-bars and U-bars and all that, to make these really, really super strong. Yet still they're remarkably light.
They really are. They're about 37 pounds.
I was going to say
37 and a half
on
pounds.
wheels, it's nothing.
No. Well, considering it'll hold up to 1,000 pounds, that's really amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you want to use it indoors and you want to use it as an entertainment center, there's no reason why you couldn't do that. And this is P.S. If you got kids that are in college and you're thinking like, what kind of furniture am I going to get for the dorm room? This stuff is virtually indestructible. So I would highly recommend this. Plus, at the end of the semester, when you've got to fold it up at the end of the year, when you got to move them out of the dorm room, you just throw it in the back of the SUV. You don't have to rent a separate trailer to move furniture.
That's ideal for that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, this is what you're going to do. This is going to be your staple in your garage. You know what I mean? Get everything up off the floor, be able to park your car in there. And you can put the heavy stuff on here. Like I've had cinder blocks on mine, pavers on mine, firewood on mine. I mean, I just keep throwing stuff at it and it just takes it. So you don't have to worry about that. Plus, as I was talking about earlier, you can put these in, if you have cabinets in your garage, you can actually double the storage by putting origami in front of it. So when you want to get into a cabinet, you just wheel the origami out of the way and then you can put it back into place when you're done. So really good use for that.
Down here, we have it decked out for laundry, which is what I have one of mine for.
Yep.
And what's nice about the larger origami is that you can get things like laundry baskets and stuff inside there.
Easily.
And to Lou's earlier point, they designed this so that you could get those big storage bins on the shelves.
Yep.
So, because there are a lot of systems where you can adjust the height, but then that's also the ones that you got to put together, and you got to put those metal rings. Or
too much work.
Rings, and then there's rings on the rings, and then you got to.
And there's mallets involved.
Yeah,
and I don't want that. You want to do colors one more time?
Yeah.
We got 3 minutes. We got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
We're gonna go in reverse order.
All right. So here is the black, nice, beautiful, glossy black that we've got right here. Okay. There it is. And next, we have got the beautiful white. Take a look at that. Nice glossy white.
Look at the pretty red, Lou.
Beautiful red.
That's nice. Right
there. Take a look at that. Gorgeous. Then we've got the teal.
Teal?
I'm actually holding them in the same place for the camera. Right here. There's the teal.
And then here's the, is this like a mint color?
This is the mint. Good eye, guy.
I like mint.
That's the mint right there.
That's nice.
Here comes, okay, so the purples we're gonna do side by side.
Girls'
these
room,
two,
and you want to
let me have the
store
other
some
purple.
stuff?
So here's the fuchsia, here's
Thanks,
the purple,
Deanna.
side by side, so you can see these two.
Yeah.
Two different tones right there.
Look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
Now, when you order 2 of one color.
You get 2 of the same color when you order these.
And by the way, if you want to go and buy a different size rack, We have them available.
Yeah.
If you go to hsn.com.
Oh, yeah, we've got lots of sizes.
We have lots of origami.
Okay.
So if you're like, you know what, I don't know if I need one that big, you can get one. You can get the two-tier. You can get they're different heights, configurations.
All kinds.
Yeah.
Right here, light blue, brand new color. I like this color. This is really nice. I think that'd be great for like a little boy's room or something like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Platinum, the one that looks like stainless steel. This is great for a kitchen if you're trying to match your appliances. That's a good one. Next to that, we've got the vintage bronze right there.
Dressier if you want to use it in your living room.
All the way down on the end, we've got that beautiful pewter, the original color. And then I'm going to bring these two guys back in again, the orange.
You know what I love these for?
What?
I love these for the garage.
Oh, these are awesome.
Because you know what? You pull in at night, you can see them. You're not going to bang into them, right?
That's true.
But their idea for a basement or a garage, I think they kind of lighten it up. They brighten it up a little bit.
Sure.
Right? Very industrial.
Yeah, well, and there are certain colleges, if you combine these with blue.
Go Vols.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
But you're in Florida, my friend. Go Vols.
Yeah, I just do that for Jared because he's from Tennessee.
Oh, I thought it was for Connie.
Yeah, no, it's Connie. Anyway, so if you want them, listen. When you order, you're going to get two. All right, the shipping is only $9 and change for both of these. That's $5 a piece. That's nothing to ship these. The boxes are big when you get them, so they take up a lot of space on the truck. So we really have cut down the cost of shipping.
Absolutely.
Each one will hold up to 1,000 pounds with the wheels off. You put the wheels on, 75 pounds per shelf. So 300 pounds. You really can't go wrong. You're going to love these. Take advantage of getting two. I know you're going to want more than one once you see how great they are. Lou,
Guy,
thank you, my friend, so much for ending my block with me.
You are welcome.
The lovely Robin will be coming your way next. What is today? Today is Friday.
Today is Friday.
I'll see you tomorrow morning for Saturday Morning Blend with the lovely Leslie. In the meantime, here's Robin, and she's going to take you on from here.
Well, welcome and good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Robin Wall. And today is a great day because when it comes to whitening that smile, when it comes to feeling confident and beautiful about yourself, we have IntelliBrand